G'day, welcome to Camping Oz with Pete. My wife Shez and I have taken 3 months off work to do a quick dash around Australia. Please come along for the ride, see what we get up to. We headed off from Kalbarri this morning about 9 o'clock, and the scenery leaving Kalbarri was just awesome. We're on our way to Geraldton now. So guys, if you want to come down and check out these pink lakes and you're travelling from Kalbarri through towards Northampton, you'll have the pink lakes on your right hand side and you'll see little snippets of them as you're cruising through. Just keep following the road until you hit the T intersection and then turn right towards Port Gregory. From there you've only got a few k's up the road, and then you've actually got a proper lookout, safe parking, the kids can have a good run around, and it's definitely worth seeing on the way through. As you're heading towards Ellendale Pool, about 13 kilometres away from Ellendale Pool, you'll be greeted with these massive wind turbines. Well, it's about lunchtime and we made it to Ellendale Pool. Now it's very, very busy and almost looks very, very full. So we'll just grab some lunch here and have a bit of a rest and look around and see what we're going to do later on. But that's Ellendale Pool. Beautiful little spot. You can see why it's so popular. And this is free camping. Free camping. Look at that. How you going there, Cheryl?
Fine. You don't want any salad?
No thanks. Our chicken and salt and pepper, a bit of mayo and a couple of rolls. Yum.
Sounds good.
Mate, for $12 that's a bit cheaper than about $40, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Grab a barbecue chook from Woolies, bit of mayo, and away you go. Yum. It's about 45 minutes out of Geraldton. There is a really nice clean toilet here, flushing toilet, and I still can't believe this is a free camp. Wow, might even need to go for a swim. We're up early this morning. We've just leaving Ellendale Pool, just outside of Geraldton. This morning we're making our way a couple of hours drive down the road to a place called Leeman, which is just short of a place called Greenhead. We got an overflow camp down there. We'll have a look when we get down there and show you down there. But it's a beautiful little spot here at Ellendale Pool. Nice and quiet. Beautiful night's sleep. Lots of sheep around. Anyway, time to hit the road and we'll see you somewhere down the road. After leaving Ellendale Pool this morning, we drove through fields and fields of wheat and canola, and these fields just went on forever. We didn't see too much traffic on the road, so it was really, really quiet, but I reckon we seen every field in the Shire. There was a lot. I'll put the drone up and give you some idea of the vastness of these fields. After driving for what seemed an eternity, and feeling like we're in another country, we eventually made our way to Leeman. Well, after an awesome country drive this morning through those canola fields, I believe they're canola fields, we're going to confirm that. We've arrived now at Leeman and we're staying at the WA Park, which is an overflow camping area. The reason we're staying here, we were hoping to book in down at the beach and camp on the beach, but unfortunately school holidays, it's all booked out. So they've opened up the overflow camping area here. Looks like it's around $33 a night. It's going to cost us about $100 for 3 nights, so not too bad. We've got a dump point just over there, we've got potable water just over there, we've got toilets, showers, and plus we're self-sufficient ourselves anyway, so this is just wonderful, and we're right in town, so it'll be good. No doubt this will fill up a little later, but for now I think we've done it right. Leeman, Western Australia. Well, g'day there. Today we have come for a drive from Leeman out to actually about 10 kilometers down the road to a place called Green Head. Just thought we'd have a bit of a look through town, see what it's like. Lots of weed here. We'll go for a walk out and have a look at the jetty, and then we'll go for a run in town. Whoa! Hello, Cheryl. Tide must kick up a bit. Look at the weed on the jetty. Wow. No, but anyway, a little tip that something to check out is when you're walking out on one of these jetties down here in WA and SA, look along the jetty for squid mark ink. Did I say squid mark ink? I mean squid ink from where they've been caught. That'll tell you whether they've been catching any squid around the area. Oh, the water's pretty clear. I reckon it's pretty cold too. It's a chilly day here in Green Head. And I'm not seeing too much squid ink. Any squid ink. It must be pretty quiet for squid at the moment. I don't know if you can see them, but there's a big school of fish straight down there. They run all the way down there, and they run out there, out to about there. Not sure what bait fish they are, but there's a lot of them. Look at the size of this stingray, guys. Huge. Bit of a look around and come to this place called Dynamite Bay. Bit of a walk trail here. There's some toilets here, and there's this beautiful little bay in between the two rock areas there. We're going to have a look at that shortly, and we'll go and walk around this trail and see what it's like. Definitely come over a bit cloudy today. Since starting our 3-month dash around Australia, this is the first day we've had cloud. We've had blue skies the whole time. Wow, look at this for a beautiful view. That's Dynamite Bay just there. Where we've seen that big stingray was just over on the next bay over there. And this is the lookout. One of the 3 bays lookouts. This is Dynamite Bay lookout. There is South Bay and then there's Anchorage Bay. As I said, we're not going to do the other 2, but we are going to get a good look at this one. Look at this. How pretty is that? Flowers in bloom, overlooks the whole of Green Head. And that's sort of where we're parked, just down there. Hello mate, look at what we found here guys. I hope he's not very angry. Hello mate. What sort of skink are you? Are you a blue-tongued skink? Blue-tongued lizard? Hmm? Oi! Anyway, we'll leave him in peace. So where we were going to stay is Milligan Island Camping. It's an eco island camping area along the beach, but that was pretty full, so we had to go to the actual overflow camping at Leeman. We're going to... Whoa! How are you supposed to get your caravan up that? Only kidding guys. You got to come around this bend and keep on going. Well, that was an awesome day out. Hey Shex, did you enjoy that?
Yep.
Bit of a look around Green Head and had a bit more of a look of I'll try that again. We had a bit more of a look around Leeman, and I tell you what, I was pleasantly surprised. I actually went to one of the local convenience stores and boy oh boy, they didn't treat you like you were the last sale. Their prices were actually reasonable for a very small town. Anyway, always got to end on a positive. It was very nice at Green Head, and we're just going for a walk over now to the sporting club at Leeman. This is where we're actually camping, just over there, and this is the sporting club over here. Now they've got dine in and takeaway. We're just going to go and have a quick look at the dine in and takeaway, and we'll see if we can still be pleasantly surprised as well. Well, that was a no-go. We won't be going there for dinner or anything. Let's leave it at that. Well, we've left Leeman. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, and where are we, Cheryl?
Namberg National Park.
Namberg National Park. We're at the Pinnacles. We're going to go do the Pinnacles drive. We thought we'd try and do it early in the morning as the sun's rising. And yeah, we'll give you a look around and take on a ride with us. This is the Pinnacles car park area, so you can drive through. But if you've got a caravan, you've got to actually park it here and drop it off. They don't want you taking the caravan through. They reckon it might be a bit tight in there, so you drop your caravan off here and we'll go for a drive through. Now what we will do, being all about safety, I'm thinking I might even show you how I actually detach the caravan from the car, nice and safe. This is how I do it. Might not be for everybody, but it'll give you some ideas and hopefully keep you safe as well. Hello and welcome to Pete's safety tip for unhooking your caravan. So pretty much, we've got a jockey wheel, we've got a little jockey wheel chock, and we should all have our wheel chocks. So if you have a look at the angle of the caravan, it's on a bit of a downhill. Here I am. So we've got a little bit of a downhill. So what I'd like to do first is get the wheel chock under the back wheel. Now this will vary depending on the slope and where you're parked, but obviously you don't want your caravan rolling away. So chock's under. Next thing I like to do is the handbrake. Pull the handbrake up nice and firm, and then it might get you to go around the other side, eh? Okay, so we'll undo our jockey wheel holder. Now we've got these little lugs here. These lugs have to go into, and I'll just show you, into these little grooves. So they give you a few options for height adjustment. But if you don't put them in that, you run the risk of your caravan slipping down and then causing problems. So you make sure that's nice and firm and it can't slip down. So what I like to do then is just wind my jockey wheel down just until it just touches the bottom, okay? And then we can unhook some of our stuff. So our breakaway cable, can take out our Anderson plug, and we can also take out our trailer lights and brakes. Just to touch that bit, if you have a converter on there, that way no one sees it and goes, oh, I can do with that. So I take that. What I like to do, I like to leave the chains hooked on until I actually lift it off of the caravan, off the car. So we pop that, and away we go. So we've pushed that, now we can just wind it up, wind it off. And depending on what sort of jockey wheel you got, you might have a jack version, or how's the winder version. There you go. See that? Nice and safe. Caravan hasn't run away. But if something went wrong and the caravan wanted to roll back, the chains will catch it. Now that I'm safe, the caravan can't go anywhere, I can undo my chains. Again, there are light-fingered people around, unfortunately, in the world we live in. So I just like to take off all the little accessories. There we go. Thanks for that, Cheryl. You're a wonderful assistant.
Well, thank you.
So yeah, so we're now clear of the car. Our chains are off. We just do a double check. That's very important. Make sure everything is tied and secured and unattached, you know, unhooked. We can do a quick walk around, just make sure everything's right. There's our chocks. There you go. Look at that sunrise. Oh my goodness. So this is where we are at the moment. Welcome to the Pinnacles Desert Namberg National Park. So we're down here and we're going to do the drive, which takes you around this circuit. I believe it's about 4.5 kilometers around the circuit. Have a look at these pinnacles. They really are quite incredible. You do see videos of them quite regularly on YouTube and other social media sites, but boy oh boy, to see them in person, it really is quite beautiful. Now you can park the car in certain parts of the track as well, so you're parked off the road as such, and then you can go for a walk through and have a look at these pinnacles. We're just going to go for a quick wander around and have a little look at them a bit closer. They really are just natural formations that have formed over millions of years. Really quite amazing. There's that sunrise and peeking over the hill it is. Sorry, if you're thinking about coming down to have a look at these pinnacles in WA, they're about 20 minutes south of Durian Bay. Now don't forget, you will need your Parks Pass to come down here, the WA Parks Pass. Now, what I just wanted to show you was when we hitching up our caravan, these DO35 hitches are awesome. Once you wind down onto your pin with your jockey wheel, keep winding down until it just starts coming off the ground and it's got that free movement. Then, very importantly, press this button. That locks it in. Now, what I like about this is if you forget to push that button, this will not clip on. Clipped on means it's clipped on. Alright, so what every caravaner should know and should be doing after you've hooked everything up is just do your checks. Always check. Some people will get into a certain order of doing things, but it's just important you make sure everything's checked. Our chains, we make sure we cross them over. I guess the theory is if it ever did come off, the chains would have a chance of catching it before it spears into the bitumen or whatever ground you're on. Make sure all your latches are done up that you've just used, and just double check you've removed your chocks, and always do a walk around your van. I think it just is good practice to do that. Doesn't take long, probably less than a minute, but at least you know you're going to be right to your next stop. All right, well, we hope you enjoyed the Pinnacles. We did. That was quite a nice little drive through there, and we'll make our way, as I said before, to a little place called Magumba. We'll leave it at that for this episode, and we really look forward to seeing you on the next episode next week. Hope you enjoyed this one. Bye for now.
Well, good morning from Magumba, Western Australia.
Well, good morning from Swan Valley. Sorry about that, if that looked a bit gross on camera. That's what happens if you don't pull the hose out in time.